Clap it up, clap it up.
I'm like, wait, what?
Welcome back. I believe this is episode 18 or 19? 18, 19. One of those. We're getting close to 20.
Woo-woo.
And then 25 is what? The silver anniversary? And then 50 is the gold anniversary?
I don't know about that stuff.
To all my people out there married 20 plus years, let us know. I believe 25 is the silver anniversary and 50 is the gold anniversary. Anyway, welcome to Men Lie, Women Lie, and All Flowers Die, the podcast. Your lovely host, Mama Les, still recovering from a small illness. Right?
From the flu. Oh my God, you
That's
make it
an illness. Yeah. You was out of commission for a few days.
I was, man.
I'm Uncle Joe, 100% healthy. Physically, not mentally.
Stop. That's not funny.
Nah.
That's not funny.
We're here today to discuss polygamy and open relationships, which I don't agree with either or. And we're going to break those things down and see what the benefits or negatives might be for men and women, because I think men and women look at these things from a totally different perspective. But before we get to that, what's up, Mama Les?
What's going on with you? I was going to say, let's catch up. I haven't seen you since the New Year episode.
I was ear hustling, and I heard you're on your physical fitness journey.
I am.
And you seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been tough. I'm on a low carb, high protein thing. So my energy's a little low. Mm-hmm. But I've definitely seen the changes. When I look in the mirror and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just cutting all
weight.
the fat.
Oh, cutting fat.
Yeah, not necessarily weight, right? Uh-huh. Just the fat, and then to then go ahead and build muscle.
Do you want to get muscular?
In a feminine way.
Okay,
right?
so you want to keep it feminine.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I don't.
Bodybuilder.
No.
Some men like that.
Yeah. Well.
I don't.
I don't care what they like. Yeah, that's what I like.
Shout out your coach.
Yes, Dice Life. I actually think we should have him on at some point. He has a lot to say about relationships and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is he married?
So, he is married.
Amen to that.
He is married. Yeah.
Invite him up. Yeah, Dice Life. Shout out to that. I'll give him some pointers on being buff.
Listen, he's buff.
No, I'm gonna give him pointers.
Oh, you're gonna give him pointers.
What's have him step it up a little.
You hear that, Stice?
Nah.
He's gonna give you pointers.
Shout out to the bro Stice. I see the videos. You and your gym partner.
Yeah.
What's the other word for gym partner? Your accountability partner.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to her. I see y'all in there getting busy. We still have a fitness challenge, right? For June 1st, I believe.
What's going on? How's your fitness?
I'm warming up. You know.
Okay. We're in February.
You know what it is? This actually relates to the seasonal depression. Yo, when I've come to realize I need the sun. I used to not think I needed the sun, but now I realize, I need the sun to be out. We recently had a string of, I believe it was either 11 or 12 days of pure gray, no sunlight in Jersey and New York.
Isn't there what is it? Is it like Ireland or somewhere? I don't know where it is that it's always raining. And the suicide rate is high.
They used to say that about Seattle. I don't believe it to be true.
No, I don't.
Ireland, maybe. I know in Alaska, they go through 6 months of no sunlight or some shit during a certain period of the year. 6 to 8 months of no sun, just pure dark. I would kill myself. I can't.
Don't say that. You wouldn't kill yourself.
You don't know me. Nah, definitely, I wouldn't survive over there. 6 months of darkness, no sun, no day, just night all the time.
Yeah.
And I love night, and I be active at night, but I need the sun to come out and shine on me and absorb into my DNA and get the cells.
The sun just puts everybody in a better mood.
Yeah, definitely. But I think some people are better equipped to survive without it for longer periods of times. And I think it affects me negatively. And it saps my motivation. So it's a little harder to motivate and a little harder to create or commit to a fitness routine, for example. But when the sun is out, then I can go be like a butterfly.
So the sun, you hear me? The sun was out yesterday.
Yesterday and today.
Did you work out yesterday?
I was out. Yeah. Not worked out, but I walked.
Did you work out?
Yeah, I was out there walking around, running errands, getting some groceries. I go get groceries on foot with like a book bag and some bags
Okay.
and shit. So it's like a little fake workout, you know. I lift the bags while I walk.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay.
Got it.
But no, I didn't work out like go to the gym and work out. I was more active, and definitely the sun played a part in that. So hopefully the sun will continue to come out. I believe the groundhog said we're gonna have an early spring. Amen to
Yes,
that.
that's what I heard. What is it? 50 days or?
Till spring?
Yeah.
50 days?
Yeah. I think. Don't quote me on that before everybody comes for my head.
I hope you're correct.
I think
that'll
that's
be
what
good.
I heard on the news. It was like 50 days until spring.
Yeah. Well, shout out to that, man. Hopefully it's 40 days. You know what I'm saying? Because the sooner the spring comes, then I'll go. Then I prefer to go run outside,
Okay.
like
Like on the
topless
track.
on the track. Yeah. You know, because of the sun absorption.
Okay.
So I like to be topless, so it's more skin, so more sun can absorb, and more. And I also prefer to be tanned. I don't like when I'm pale and
Yeah.
like winterized.
Me either.
So anybody out there watching, listening, first of all, thank y'all for tuning in. Please continue to like and subscribe and leave comments. We're gonna get to a comment in a second. But anybody out there listening or watching, going through a hard time in the wintertime, struggling through seasonal depression, you know, just try to stay positive, pray it out,
Yeah.
talk it out. If you can't make it to the gym, if that grayness doesn't motivate you to actually go outside, try to do something in the crib, you know, a little 100 jumping jacks will make a big difference.
And
Some
I think for
calisthenics, whatever, maybe some push-ups.
the people that are dealing with maybe like in a relationship with someone that suffers from
Yeah.
seasonal depression, right? I know that that's tough as well because sometimes we don't know what to do to help them. So just have a little breathing session, right? Because it could be frustrating for people that don't know what it's like.
Absolutely, depending on the partner, right? And if they take it out on you, or if they allow it to affect how they treat you.
Yeah, I mean, I and not to share too much because that's not my story to tell. But I was with someone that had depression.
Yeah.
And-
But seasonal or just all time?
You know, honestly, I don't even know because I guess I wasn't paying attention to the seasons, but
Or to the
but
depression?
I'm saying no, like I wouldn't know who was coming home sometimes. Right? Sometimes it was all great, and then
Right.
other times it was like straight to the room, lock the door, he would just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well,
right?
he's partially to blame.
And no, right, but he also didn't realize it. And I'll share a little bit more about that. He, I guess, didn't get the help that he needed, right? He was battling his own demons. But as the outside person, I've never suffered from depression, right? That I know of, right? Because I think sometimes we go through things and we don't realize that we're in a depression. But that I'm aware of, right? I've never suffered depression. So him coming home sometimes and just like not even acknowledging me and that was kind of like our breakdown of the relationship, right? Because I felt like, okay, geez, a hi, hello, right? But then our good days were amazing. And towards the end of the relationship, I said, hey, let's go to like couples therapy. Not for the relationship, because in my head, I knew it was already done, right? But I felt like I needed someone else to see that he needed help. Because no matter how many times I would tell him, he was like, no, nothing's wrong with me. I'm good, right? So I figured if we go, maybe, and I don't even know if that's how it works, right? Because I don't know if a therapist will reach out, but maybe having separate sessions, right? And I thought, it can't just be me that sees this. So let's go to couples therapy. Let's try to salvage the relationship. But in reality, what I wanted was for someone else to kind of reach out to. Maybe he needed to hear from somebody else. Like, hey, listen, let's talk. It didn't work out that way, right? We went to like 1 or 2 sessions and the relationship.
Well, it's not going to work
ended,
out because he wasn't even ready to admit he had a problem.
Yeah.
So that's problem number one. You're never going to be able to cure it if you don't even admit that you have it. So first things first, you have to delve within oneself and, admit that sometimes you're just depressed. And depression doesn't have to be sadness. Depression doesn't have to be crying all day. It could just be the lack of energy to get out of the bed
Lack
some
of
days.
motivation.
Lack of motivation.
I mean, but I didn't know how to help him, right?
Well, you couldn't help him.
Yeah, and but at that time, like I was like, I don't understand. Like I'm giving you everything. I'm giving, right? But I didn't understand that he needed to accept it, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks though, right? To see someone that you love, and you know that they can get through this, and you want to be by their side to get through it, but you can't. And then at the same time, I had to do what was best for me, and just part ways.
That's low-key a little evil.
It's not. Listen, granted, that's not the only reason, right? But that played a part in why I was just like, okay, one day things are great, the next day I feel like I'm not even being acknowledged. I'm not being, you know. And I tried, but this was a long relationship. It was years.
Right. That was the second mistake, right? So his first mistake was not admitting or not even recognizing that he had something emotionally wrong within him. And then his second mistake was those days that were bad, he wouldn't share it with you and he wouldn't, let you know. It'd be different if he communicates with you and tells you, hey, for whatever reason, my energy is off today. When I get home, I may not be too interactive. I may just take it down, but it's nothing to do with you. Right. You're not to blame. You're not doing anything wrong. Kind of reassuring you at the same time, but letting you know that he's going through his thing. And maybe the only way he knows how to deal with it is by isolating.
Right. And, I did for a long time try to understand that. And I mean, we had other issues, right? That wasn't the only thing, but it just sucked because I didn't know how to help him. Like,
do you know if he's gotten help ever?
Yeah, he has. He has.
And he's gotten better?
And he's gotten better.
Well, shout out to him.
And he's a great person, man. Great person.
Shout out to him.
So I'm proud of him.
Yeah, after you deserted him in his time of need, sure. Shout out to the bro, though. I'm glad he healed.
Do you know that they're going to come for my head now for this?
I'm glad you healed alone, on your own.
It wasn't alone.
I feel your pain, my brother, whoever you are, wherever you are. To all my brothers that had to do it alone because they lady just decided to desert them when they needed the most, when they was probably in their darkest time.
I'm gonna
probably in the middle of February, the coldest month. She had the coldest heart and just left. Nah, but on the real, anybody out there, just feeling a little down, feeling a little less motivated, feeling a little less energized, try different things, try doing new things, try the gym. The gym is a great place. You know what I'm dying to go do? You heard of these places that you go destroy shit?
Yeah.
Like destroy a TV or a car with like a sledgehammer? Yeah, I'm dying to go do that. I need to go do that. I'll probably break down and cry while I do it. But try that, read, pray, the Bible, whatever books. Get lost in something.
The little video that you had put about like men not talking or
right. So that we had discussed that previously, if you remember, and I believe a comment was left, kind of like being contrarian to the fact. So I wanted to post that video to one, bring it back to the timeline, and two, because just prove that it existed.
Yeah, and and some comments were good, and then somebody had posted, had made a comment saying something like, "Oh no, we can't share," or I don't remember what exactly it was. So it just brings me back to my story, and yes, it's hard to understand that, but we do have to be open. But there's got to be some type of communication, right? Even maybe on the good days, communicate it, right? And maybe not wait for the bad days. To communicate, hey, listen, I'm not feeling up to par, but let's talk about it on the good days.
Right.
Listen, how can we get through this? How can I help you, and how can you help me? Right? Because we're both going through it together if we're together. Yeah. And I think that's where the disconnect that I had. Joe.
No, I'm just messing.
Joe.
I'm just messing. Homie, listen, call me, DM me. I want to hear your side of the story. I feel like it's a lot worse. There's more to it. There's more to it, but that, again, like I said, that's not my story to share. No, that's fair. That's fair. And the person going through it, because it's not only men. If a man is with a woman battling depression, the person going through it has to be willing to open up and discuss it, and the person going through it with them has to kind of show patience and compassion and empathy and understanding. And even like, you can't pressure them to open up and tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's what you did.
No, right.
But
And
just
I
in
probably
general.
did, right? That was the first time I ever had to go through that. I didn't know. It's a learning process for me.
Right.
So I probably didn't make it either. I was probably like, talk to me, right? Because me being how I am, like, like, what's going on? I want to know.
Yeah, probably made him feel worse.
And I'm sorry if I did.
So it was like depression, and then your girl like just beating you up.
Yo, Joe.
I feel bad for homie, yo.
Joe.
Now let me stop playing. I don't want y'all to come for Mama Les in the comments. Speaking of, the other day, somebody left a comment on YouTube.
I got it right here.
Please read it, because first of all, thank you for leaving the comment. I appreciate anybody who leaves a comment, whether negative or positive. At least you paid attention and appreciated it enough to leave some feedback. But this brother's comment, it was a little like discombobulated, a little hard to read, but definitely he was.
Listen, but this is the second, because we had one on TikTok too. That
you went back and forth with him.
I did.
Yeah,
I did,
and that was entertaining. I just watched.
I did.
Because I avoided.
I had too much time on my hands that day.
That was Hawaiian kickboxer or something.
I don't know, but he was like, I know women like you. And let me read this one.
Please. Shout him out too.
Red Hot Wings.
Red Hot Wings, my boy.
On YouTube.
Pass them wings.
So it says, if we communicate, you're going to start a fight. Call your girlfriends. They love the gossip and the clarity you're looking for. She can handle your anxiety. Leave your baggage at the door or don't come in. Why am I expected to storm out of the door under the roof I'm paying for? Get outside, walk out the door. The sun has much air for your clarity. And take a walk down the road. That's when you're moving forward. Fuck your way. We're over. She even said it. She needs time to rewatch the recording of what she just said. She would argue against what she just said on a recording. Someone please make her watch this 5 times. She needs time to process because she's very anxious. These are all quotes of what she said. She even said it's healthy. But we're done, we're over. She can't find clarity. I hope she rewatches this video.
So Red Hot Wings was on point. I agree with everything he said.
What did he say? Because half the shit, it's like
read it over. Let's go sentence by sentence.
It's like a long run-on sentence.
He said she's mad anxious.
Which is, I've talked about it, right? This
that means he's right.
That you haven't seen any of our full episodes. It's these damn clips.
The sun is out. Go outside and get some clarity in the sunlight. I was just talking about that, so he's right there.
He says, call your girlfriend. So
wait. He said, call your girlfriends. They love the gossip.
Why would you want me?
He's 100% correct.
Why would you want me? If you and I are having a disagreement, why would you want me to pick up the phone and instead of talking to you directly, pick up the phone and call my girlfriends? What do you think they're going to say?
He don't want to hear your shit. You could tell by the comment.
Listen, I triggered him. I don't know what it is that I'm here thinking, right? Like, I'm being like the understanding, like, the best female version of myself, and these men are being triggered. I did not hurt you.
Well, yeah.
I promise you it wasn't me that broke your heart.
When you put content out, you can never predict how people are going to react to it.
Listen, I always thought Joe's going to get all the backlash. Joe with his toxic ways. But no, it's me.
Who's toxic here?
No.
Who's toxic? Who
left
a brother that might have been suicidal and
don't
just
walked
out the door on him, slammed the door on him?
Don't say that, Joe. Don't say that because that could trigger somebody. Don't say that.
All right.
Don't say that because that's not how it went down.
Fair. I was kidding.
And
I was
somebody
kidding.
Don't say that.
My bad.
Because you just never know who could be watching and that might trigger
Well,
somebody.
that's the thing. You never know what anything can trigger somebody. For example, your comments that you felt were positive and probably strengthening. Someone who hasn't healed felt triggered.
Yeah, they let
and
me know. They put it out there. I was like, I have to remind them of their ex or something.
Or a situation.
Guys, I promise, wasn't me.
Red Hot Wings.
Like,
Shout out to Red Hot Wings though. There wasn't any other feedback that I can recall this week. Everything's been pretty quiet though. The clips are pretty cool. So shout out to that. Let's get to polygamy and open relationships. So first of all, there's a difference between a polygamous relationship and an open relationship. You want to tell the people the difference between these two sins?
Granted, I am not the expert in this because it is not my thing. But an open relationship, right, is you and I were like the main relationship, and then you have your little whatever flings or
But
whatever.
can it be more than a fling?
It can, but we're
the main.
We're the main, and then we have other things, whether it's just for maybe going out purposes, maybe sexual purposes, right? We have other things on the side.
Can I have another main?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't think there's rules as far as like, it's whatever works, right? But both of us have to be on the same page. And you could do it, and
But we have to
can
discuss
do
the
it.
rules that pertain to this particular relationship.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, there's no, if we don't agree on this, then it's not an open relationship. I think if we had an open relationship and somebody else had an open, it might look totally different.
Right.
Right? Because it's whatever works for you
And
I,
what you'll
whatever
allow
works for-
and not allow.
Exactly. And then, right, polygamy is more like we are in a relationship, right? Whether it's, I don't know, 3, 4, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's different names for how many people
Yeah, I'm
are
sure.
involved.
There's trays and
again,
quads
I'm
and
not the expert
octos.
at all. And I'm not open to either, but I think if I had like no choice, I would do the polygamy than the open
with
relationship.
all right, let's say it's 3. So with a man and a woman or with 2 men?
Whatever works for the person that I'm.
So if you're in a polygamous relationship, right? Let's say we're me and 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
The women are in a relationship.
No, not necessarily. They're both in the relationship with you. They're not sleeping together
So they're more sister wives.
like that. Yeah.
Could they? I think that would make it better. They're not real sisters.
I
They're
know,
sister
but-
wives. I think that's more a polygamous relationship where everyone is like involved.
Let's look up the.
So let me go on record while she looks something up and say I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't trust none of that shit. I remember a friend of mine a long time ago. He had a girl, and he was doing his thing on the side, and he was stressed out. And he came to me, and he's telling me he's stressed out, and I'm like, "Dog, you know how hard it is to please one woman?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You're trying to do it twice, like." You're going to stress out trying to please all these women, man. So, in my brain, I equate open relationships and polygamy to almost to a form of cheating. Right? Although, in these situations, you're agreed, right? So, if you're in an open relationship or a polygamous relationship, you're part of it, so you've agreed to it. So, I understand.
So it's really
I understand
not
that it's not
cheating.
cheating. But in my brain, it's like people be in open relationships and they don't even know it because they getting cheated on.
This is correct.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, is it better to know or not know?
It's better to not happen. Some people are just not equipped to
but
share.
If you don't know, you don't control what someone else does. Right?
Yeah, but once you find out, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Or you might. It depends on the situation. On the person.
I don't think I can. What to me is what's mine is mine, but I guess, right, that's a toxic thought process, right? Because technically you don't belong to me, right?
I don't think that's toxic, though. You don't belong to me, but we have agreed to be in a relationship. And when you agreed to be in a relationship, I believe it's unsaid understanding that it's a monogamous relationship, unless...
It doesn't have to be unsaid. I mean, it shouldn't be unsaid, right? Let's talk about it because you can't
Right, but if you don't
assume-
talk about it, you assume.
What happens when you assume? Right? I feel like
Yes,
nowadays you
damn,
can't
you
assume
can't
shit.
assume shit.
You can go out with somebody and you can't assume that they're single. You better ask them if they're single.
That's true, man.
So
Y'all
like
people
nowadays you
fucked
can't.
up,
People are
man.
just so open-minded, which is a great thing, right? And kind of doing what works for them. But we can't assume. Can't assume.
No, you're correct. You can't assume, but someone who's that open-minded shit, man, I don't know if it's always a positive, right? Because
It just doesn't work for you.
I mean, it doesn't work for a lot of people, not
No,
just
maybe
me.
a lot of people in your world, right? But I'm sure people that are in this type of world and okay with that, they know other people that are also okay with that, right? So in
Right.
their world, it's more of the norm.
Yeah, but my
And-
world's the majority. They're the subset. So we make the rules and the laws and shit.
Okay.
So when something
All right, King Joe.
Now for real, because you know that's like being goth. Y'all the subset, you know. Y'all not the mainstream.
But
You know what I'm saying?
in your world, right? Your world, somebody else might view the world completely different.
Right, but that don't mean the world is not the way it is.
The way you see it.
No, the way it is.
We could go
I'm
back
not
and
the only
forth
one
all
that sees
day.
it this way, but
How
alright,
do you
whatever.
know that?
Because I know, like, I'm the majority.
I don't know. I
Sociological norms are that because they're what the majority of the people believe in or trust in, or.
But I feel like if you're, let's say, not in the majority, in your world, you are the majority in your world. It's your world.
Yeah,
So you
but your
surround
little
your-
sub world is just a part of the
But
bigger
sometimes
world.
people live in a bubble and that's their world. And to them, it's completely normal.
Understood, and yay for them, but they still the minority.
Okay.
So to go back, I forgot what we were talking about. The open relationships, whether you choose to be in it or not. If you don't choose to be in it, it's cheating.
Yes.
If you don't agree to it, nobody wants to get cheated.
But
on,
if you didn't talk about it,
if you didn't talk about it,
right? There's always going to be some.
I believe
person that's gonna
the
be like-
unsaid consensus
No, I agree.
would think that you're entering into a
Absolutely.
monogamous
Nobody's-
relationship.
I would never think I'm going into a relationship and it's going to be an open relationship if we haven't discussed that.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to, if we do a little clip, my head's going to get bitten off for that too. They're going to be like, you see the type of woman she is?
She wants
You see?
5 boyfriends. I think of like a polygamous relationship, like from a man's point of view, right? You're dating 2 women, and they say women's periods link up.
Yeah.
So imagine you live together. You live with 2 women, and now you got 2 women, and their period is linked up. And not to say that y'all are mean or evil or harder to deal with when you're on your period, but sometimes that be
Yeah.
the case. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that, and now you multiply it by 2, you might not even want to come home that night. You might want to,
I was watching a show one time and it was about that. And I think, one of the things that one of the women were saying was that, like economically, it was better for them because it was like, one of them stood home, I think, with the kids. They were like married. One of them stood home with the kids. The man had a job, and so did the other woman, right? So it was like 2 incomes, and then you still had the babysitter. Then it was like a reality show or something. So in that aspect, I guess, right?
How they end up though?
Um,
Like at show end, were they still all together, happy family, or did?
I don't remember. I don't think I saw like all of it. But it was just like, little episodes that I saw. I mean, I think for people that are okay with it, it would work.
No, if you're okay with it, of course it's gonna work. Like, y'all gonna make it work.
Just don't see myself ever. I could see myself being super toxic and being like, you're spending too much time with her, and I'm not getting enough time. Oh no, 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 no! I can't.
Yeah, it's funny because as a man, like a negative that I would imagine that would fuck me up is like, imagine you come home and you know you want to get it popping and they already getting it popping and they're like, nah, we don't even need you, we good, and you're like, hold up. So I think that would
in the
mess me
show
up.
that I saw, they were not. It wasn't necessarily like that. It was like he had two different wives, two different relationships, but they didn't have anything.
But they interacted.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not
of
at all?
course,
Oh,
of course.
I don't know. I think it still would be difficult to maintain two relationships. I guess separate relationships, but
Right, I think
under this bigger umbrella.
I think open
of
relationships might be harder, right? I mean,
I think open relationships are just hoeing, bruh. Like, all right, you found your one hoe that you like, so that's your main, but you still want to be hoeing, so you're going to get your sneaky link, your booty call, your jump off,
that's expensive.
your one you could whatever here and
Don't
there.
you think, right? Like,
I mean, I would believe that's financially stressing, emotionally stressing, your time. When do you have time for yourself?
and then if like your partner, like if I'm out doing that, right? I'm gonna wonder, like, does my partner like her? Is my partner how many? You know, and my partner comes home. Yeah, I'm the main chick, but he comes home and I'm like, damn, who was he with? Who? Like, I don't know. Like,
No, you're not
feel
built for it. You're not built
Yeah,
for it.
no, not at all. Not at all. No, oh my god.
You're too
no. Crazy.
I wasn't gonna say it, but like too inquisitive. Like
my
you,
God.
you'd want to know.
I would want.
And then if he tells you, it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not built for it either. I
Yeah.
don't. I think because of past relationships, the idea of sharing is just disgusting.
Yeah, like
And you already have to share your partner enough with the outside world, you know, with their job, with their responsibilities, with their friends, with their kids, with their own family, with themselves, because people be needing time alone, bro.
Yeah.
So you're already sharing your partner with up to 5 or 6 entities, and then to share them with another person, and now
on a
you're
different level,
yeah, now
right?
you're sharing
Like an
them
intimate
physically,
level and-
yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
But we're not knocking it. If it works
No,
for you and you're
absolutely.
happy. And you got 7 girlfriends, and they're all there to just pleasure you, and
I think those
be
have
like
to
a
be
harem?
probably the most honest relationships, right? Like, there's absolutely no reason to freaking lie. I mean, there's no reason
People
to lie in
lie
any
for no reason all the time.
Yeah, but why would you? Why?
That's just human nature, I think. People
Why-
just lie for nothing.
If you could be so open and your partner be so open and understanding.
You can't never be that open. You still have to lie. You can't tell your partner, I like smashing shorty better than you, but you're sweeter. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe there's rules, right? Like, we don't talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
there
those
has
type
to
of
be
rules.
some. It can't
It
all out
has to be a level of
It
respect.
can't be all out in the open, crazy.
But you see that I can't handle that.
Nah,
I can't.
I don't. I imagine
I'm at a
wouldn't
point in
even
my
wanna
life.
put myself there either.
I want the guy that nobody wants, right? Like, I don't want the guy that's out there for everybody or giving everybody attention. I don't want that.
But I don't think you want the guy that nobody wants. You know, I think everyone wants our partner to be attractive and wanted. You just want to know that they're going to choose you all the time.
But I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So you might think, right, that this woman is pretty and somebody else might not. And same thing with men, right? Like, that's just not their. So beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I don't think you want to be the only one that thinks your partner's attractive.
If I see him attractive and I see him in, with these rose-colored glasses.
I don't know. Hey, I could be wrong. Maybe, you find you a little humpback and you love him, and it don't matter what anyone else says about him.
It's gonna take somebody that's not my type to make me happy. That's what I keep telling myself.
I ain't even gonna comment. It's gonna be a wild comment lever that's gonna leave some shit that you're gonna be like, I don't even know how to reply to this.
I'm not replying it. Oh no. After that one with TikTok, I'm not replying. I'm not wasting my energy. Listen, go heal. That's my new response. Go heal.
That's boring. I like the interaction.
No,
and the
no,
back and forth.
you don't understand what that does to me. It like triggers me because I just want to be like, I want you to understand, but then I don't care if you understand.
And you can't force someone to
Of
understand.
course.
But it's still fun and entertaining to watch
course.
as a spectator.
Of course, yeah, because it's not being directed towards you. Of course.
Well, you know, good cop, bad cop.
I like it.
Nah, I'm just playing, man. Mama Les is a good person. I don't know why y'all be coming for her like that.
Nah, it's those clips. Those clips.
You know,
like,
that's AI clipping it, man.
listen, whatever works, right? Whatever gets the views and the comments going, I'm open for it.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
But
With respect.
yeah, like
course.
come on, there's no reason.
Always
like
with respect.
if it's my opinion, you could disagree, but be respectful. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason to get all disrespectful. But I will not anymore.
See, I get
respond.
more of that feedback on my hip hop show because my hip hop takes are sometimes a little outlandish and counterculture. So I'll get feedback, and those can be more of an insulting variety. At least these guys, for the most part, you know,
Right.
they're not being overtly disrespectful or mean or anything. You know?
Yeah, I just will not
They,
respond.
and you know what it is? Like I told you, man, I know you don't want to admit it, but they might fuck around and like you, and that's how they trying to, you know, get your little attention and shit. So when you
That's-
reply to them, they probably like, oh, she replied, Mama Les, let me say some more shit, boom, boom, boom. I got her on the radar. I'm surprised they haven't slid in your DMs. That'd be the little ploy, you know, get you fired up, and then boom. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't use these
listen,
tactics.
I don't know. You sound like that. Hey, I have a question for you.
Shoot,
Are you still booed up?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to her, man. It's you know, it's been a beautiful ride so far. So
Okay. Is it like official, or am I asking too many questions? and you wanna answer
no,
right
no,
now?
no. It's not official. You know, I
Okay.
want to do like the corny shit. You know what I mean? So it'll be like you know, memorable.
Okay.
I don't want it to be like just in passing. You know, something special to make it official.
Aw, you're so cute. Well, girl, whoever you are, you have him on like cloud 9. I'm gonna super up a little bit real quick because this guy,
Here
his
we
thoughts,
go.
like he's just not even processing things. Like our
That's
our,
incorrect. Information was shared improperly, and I had to question it.
No, he asked like the same question like 10 times.
Because y'all don't be
because-
informing me. I didn't get the email, so when I asked about it, that was once, and whatever, I probably wasn't paying attention. Then I asked about it again, because I'm a
Because your
burnout.
mind
It's more
is
so because
thinking
I'm a
about this
burnout.
beautiful young lady that has you head over heels. Listen, that's okay.
Possibly.
When you're in love, your brain gets a little cloudy. That's all I'm trying to point out.
Potentially, possibly.
Good job, girl.
Nah, shout out to her, man, for sure. You know, it's nice to be like happy, you know.
Absolutely.
So find your happiness out there, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be another person either. You know, you can find a hobby or shit. A good book will make you happy. A good movie will make you happy. You know what I'm
Church,
saying?
God,
Word, church. Try that out.
an open relationship.
Don't try. I mean, if it's for
Censor
you,
that.
try it out. If it's for you.
If anybody's been in an open relationship, please let us know how it worked out, the pros, the cons, right? Because
You've got cheated on,
yeah.
and you've been in an open relationship. You're an expert. You just ain't know. Me too, though. That's
There's
why
a difference when you get cheated on, right? And then when
you're a non-participant in an open relationship.
when you know what you're getting yourself into, right? Like I know there's going to be other people. Like you have to program your brain, right? I think there has to be a level of detachment there. At least for me, I would think.
Would you want to be in any form of relationship that requires detachment, though? That sounds weird to me.
It depends.
Again, this is just me speaking my opinion. That sounds odd to me that you would want to detach from someone that you're supposed to be attached to. And you're only detaching because you have to share that person. So if you have to detach, maybe that means you really don't want to share them. And maybe you're not as happy as, you know, obviously not
Yeah.
you. But in that situation, maybe you're not as happy as you think you are or proclaim to be. Maybe you're just doing something you don't fully agree with to keep someone in your life that you don't want to lose.
You should never do that.
So,
I
not
don't
saying
know.
that that's
I
the case.
can't-
That's just my point of view of how it might potentially feel.
I'm just working on, right, like detaching from things and people. So I can't even imagine what it's like not to be attached to someone that I'm with. I don't know. I want to know though.
Yes.
I want to pick somebody's brain that
I had a friend, Paulie. He used to do a radio show, and he was a polygamist.
okay.
And I believe he had 2 or 3 girlfriends, and they seemed happy. And as far as I understood it, the girls were like they was all
Okay.
in a relationship. So whatever, I guess the girls got with the girls too and stuff, and they all seemed happy. I don't know what happened to the bro. Hopefully he's still out there. But if you see this, hit us in the DM and let us know, because we'd like some more information on how it works and maybe what works and what doesn't work and some of the difficulties you may face.
Yeah, and like
It's-
where you're like
I think
how your
because of
mindset
what
has to
we've
be, I
been
don't know.
through, it seems like a difficult task, and we can point out all the potential negatives and why it might not be for us or why it might be
right, but
difficult,
there's definitely positives.
yeah,
to it,
there's
because
people
there's
that
people out there that
love
are,
it and enjoy
you know,
it. You know, if y'all all 3 are together in a relationship and y'all all in love and y'all all happy and y'all all making each other happy, I mean, then you're just taking a typical relationship and multiplying the happiness and the love and the sex and whatever. So
can you be
I can't
in
see
love
why
with
it wouldn't.
more than one person at a time?
That's a great question, and I think it depends on the individual.
Like I feel like
I don't think.
like if I'm with someone and I'm in love with them, but then I fall in love with somebody else, then was I really in love with that person? I don't know. I don't know.
Do you even really know what love is? I think these questions are a little existential and deep. But me personally, in my opinion, speaking for myself, I don't think I can be in love with more than one person at a time. And I don't think I would want to be. I think I'm a little like territorial and a little jealous. And I think when I'm really in love, I kind of want to give my all to that someone. So to give your all divided is not
Yeah,
giving your
it's
all.
not giving
you know
your
what I'm
all.
saying? So, and I don't know. I just think the one-on-one commitment is,
It's beautiful.
yeah, like that's, how can you, as interesting as a triple kiss might sound, like there's something about that one-on-one soul-to-soul thing.
yeah.
But again,
I mean-
other people make it work, make it happy. They get married. There's whole polygamous societies and,
I mean,
neighborhoods
listen,
and
you
shit.
can't knock it till you try it.
I mean, there's crack, right?
This is true. This is
You know,
true.
you might not want to try it, and probably you could knock it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess
You're
it
right,
depends,
you're
you know. But
I'm gonna go try it and I'll be back. No, I'm just kidding,
I
I'm just
dare
kidding.
you.
I-
You're not
no.
built for that, mama.
Hell no.
You're not built for that, man.
I am not. I am definitely not.
Nah. You got to be of a certain caliber of person. You know what I'm saying?
I would
And
be miserable.
what happens when y'all break up in a polygamous relationship?
Right? Like, what if it's three?
Do y'all
and
two
then,
break up
right,
with the
like,
one?
What if no, but I right?
And
It
what
was
if one of
working
y'all
out
still
between
wanna
us,
fuck?
but it wasn't
Yeah.
working out between us.
That's mad complicated, bro. I think a breakup is hard enough.
I wonder
one
if
on
like
one.
maybe that's part of like what's talked about. Like, listen, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
We all got to break
We all
up.
gotta break up.
What if
That's a
they
little
really
selfish,
in
though, but
love?
yeah.
What if them two
Yeah.
really in love? They selfish for kicking me out the party. Nah,
That sounds complicated.
I think
maybe we're overthinking
I think
it.
probably, but we're not in that world. We're not
Yeah.
in that, so we would need an expert to fill us in. But I think to be in love, you have to be a little selfish. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of want that person wholly, committed to you.
Yeah.
You don't want a fraction of their love. Unless you do. But That's up to the participants in said relationship.
Yeah, I wonder what that conversation is like. Like, what if you meet a girl? Now here I'm like thinking, right? You meet a girl, you meet a guy, and you let's say I meet this guy, and I know that I want an open relationship. Like, how does that conversation even come up with somebody that you just met that you happen to be going on a date with? Right? Like,
Well,
I mean,
I don't
guess
think it comes up on the first date.
I think it has to.
You want everything on the first date. The financial records, DNA specimen, credit score, workout routine, relationship status.
Oh, my head's gonna be chopped off.
Nah.
For that.
Yo, y'all leave Mama Les alone. Be easy on Mama Les.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I don't think that's a first date conversation, but definitely a conversation that needs to be had. But I don't. I think you kind of like wait for it to maybe like come up in a sense, or
how does that conversation? If you're dating somebody that's never even
all right,
thought about open
here's
relationships,
where
why would that even come up?
schemer brain comes up, right? I'll be like, yeah, let's chill, whatever, let's hang out. Come over, yeah, let's watch a movie. I'm gonna find a movie with like open relationships as the topic. You know what I'm saying? So then we can watch it and then be like, oh shit, they're in an open relationship. What do you think about
Why
that?
can't you? But you see, why can't you just ask?
I said schemer brain.
I think
kicks in.
I think there's a way to ask, right? Even on a first date, like, hey, listen. Number one, right? What is it that you're looking for? What do you consider a healthy relationship? What do you,
That's
you know,
heavy
you can
for
kind
a
of.
first date, Les. I think a first date should just be like, chill. But men and women are different.
No, listen, you might be right.
I don't know.
You might be right.
I feel you probably have more dating experience than me, so you would know better than me.
Why would you think that?
Because you're a girl.
What
Guys
does that
probably
mean?
want to take you out on dates all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I go on these dates.
But you've been on dates.
Have you? Oh no, that's right. You don't date.
Thank you.
You don't go on dates.
Thank you.
That's right. Did you take this girl on dates?
No, not yet. We're going on our first date. I think next weekend.
Joe.
We haven't hung out that much. Yeah.
How have you not taken this special lady on a date?
The couple of times that we've hung out with the timing of it and stuff, it just wasn't.
Nah, you need to step up
good.
your game. You need to treat her like a queen.
No, I
right? You
understand.
sit here and you talk about how great she is. Show her that.
I totally agree, and
Show her that.
and I'm already planning it. Yes, thank you. But I cooked for
Do
her.
it. I'm gonna ask you next time.
The first time we hung out.
Oh, you cook?
Yeah, I know how to cook, Mama Les.
Oh, okay. So you bringing lunch next recording session?
What's next recording session? I gotta check my itinerary. You know what I mean? Because when I cook, is that I cook. I really put my heart into it. So it takes me a couple hours to like perfect the meal and shit. So we'll see, but definitely, I'll cook for y'all. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe not next show, but one day I'll surprise y'all.
One day.
I know how to bake and all that.
Wow. I don't even know how to bake.
You don't know how to bake? Yeah, I was a cook in the Army. Yeah, Army cooking is terrible though. Army cooking is fucked up, right? Because so to me, cooking is a form of expression, a form of art, right? So you like to be creative and you like to try new things and mix and match and combine different plates from different areas or whatever, different flavors. But in the Army, you have to follow a very strict cooking guideline due to people's allergies and health restrictions and stuff. So your variety of ingredients is very limited. Your seasonings are limited, and you're not really allowed to experiment and just do fly shit. You're really just not allowed to do fly shit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to follow this very strict regimen of cooking. So it's very boring and repetitive. So Army cooking wasn't fun.
Joe, so the fitness thing should be easy because the hardest part is the eating. But if you can make these delicious meals that are healthy.
That's why I'm like, I'm confident that it's easy. And I'm also confident in my body's reaction to proper dieting and exercising. I'm so confident that I think I could wait till like April and then start and come through like Bruce Lee.
No.
You don't believe in me, but
It's not about believing you. I
my
just know the hard
confidence,
work
yeah.
that I'm putting in, and you can't wait till no April.
But everybody's bodies are not the same, and everybody's metabolisms are not the same.
Listen, and I lose and gain weight very quickly. So when I want to go up in weight, I go up. When I go down, I go down.
Yeah, me too. I just ain't been wanting to
You're
go
like-
down lately.
You've been liking the up then.
The up be comfortable, man, and delicious.
Because one thing that I've noticed is that I thought the working out was hard. Nah, man, it's the nutrition part that's hard.
And it's not even the eating part for me; it's the non-eating. So it's
But you have to eat.
No, I know. But like, for example, I'm a fan of intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
that could
also a
work for your
fan of
body.
weed, right? So at night, you know what I mean? You get right.
You could have like a rice cake.
and A rice cake tastes like an ass
That's not true.
cake.
They have like flavored ones.
man.
I bought the lightly salted ones.
Nah. I mean, you could. You could have some fruit, and sometimes you do, but sometimes you
Fruit
know
has
what
a
I
lot of
mean?
sugar.
You want like a
Like
like a
ice
cinnamon roll or something.
cream. No, mine's is chocolate ice cream with rainbow sprinkles.
Wow. Exactly.
good.
So that's what makes the dieting difficult is
Okay.
those type of cravings. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but I don't think you have to limit yourself. I think, obviously in the beginning, right? So that your body gets used to it. But once you get to a certain point, you can have everything. It's just all about in moderation.
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. But with the intermittent fasting, you're not supposed to eat after a certain time for it to work properly. So if you have your last meal at 7, and then you get the munchies at 1 o'clock in the morning, should be a little
Don't smoke at 1 o'clock in the morning and then you don't have munchies.
easy solution.
How about you go to sleep like normal people at 1 o'clock? in the morning?
Unfortunately, my work schedule, I'm just getting home at
I'm
1
gonna buy
o'clock
you
in the
rice
morning.
cakes. Just have rice cakes.
Yeah, but they be dry.
Rinse it with some.
No, I like fruit. I like to eat fruit. I know fruit has a lot of sugar, but you know, it's natural sugar and it's from God, so it's pretty healthy. Yo, I mean, I think the best diet is the God diet. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
What is the
God
God
created
diet?
is
Oh,
what you
okay.
eat. You know,
Okay.
a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit, maybe some fish or something. You know,
Okay.
but it's not the most exciting of diets. But it all depends on your commitment, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not fully committed to a healthy lifestyle just yet, you know. I'm still enjoying my snacks, I guess.
And that's fine, but you got a competition to win. We have a.
Well, again, that goes to show my confidence. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And, if worst comes to worst, I'm going to tell Brother F to hook me up with that Colombian doctor of his. I'm going to come back with a BBL and just rock everything out the box. When I come in my bikini bottoms, don't wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Nah, definitely I'm a one day I'll wake up and I'll be like, all right, let me get to it and show Mama Les, what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, since it's so easy for you.
We'll see. As I get older, it might not be as easy as it once was, but a little extra hard work. I'll get there.
Okay.
And if not, fuck it. What was the bet?
I don't remember, but.
All right, fuck it then. If I lose, I lose. The fuck? I'm going to be fat and happy, and it's going to be summertime.
You get bragging rights. That's all I need.
You want bragging rights over me? That's fucked up. I don't know what Dolly
I
said.
have no idea either.
Our manager Dolly in the background
She's
hitting
trying
us
to
with
say
some sign
something.
language.
Let's ask the audience to pick the next topic.
Oh, absolutely. Audience, yeah, man. I mean, any topics y'all want discussed, any ideas for shows y'all have, anything you want me and Mama Les to speak on, throw a DM, leave a comment, let us know. We had some good ones previously that we spoke about. Those were cool. So anyone else out there who,
Yeah, anything like.
or if you need some advice, I'll come with the bombest advice, bro. I could lead you and guide you down the righteous
I don't know if I'm the
path.
best people to give advice.
Who? Me or you? Because I'll give the bomb advice. I just told you. How good was that advice? Yo, if you have one woman, stick to the one woman. Because two of them is going to stress you out double. That's great advice, bro.
That is good advice.
I told you. Nah,
No, I'm lying because I think from the experiences of like what hasn't worked,
uh-huh.
right? At
Do you
least
think we're experts in what not to do in love?
I could speak for myself. I think I've learned the role that I played in failed relationships. And it really has nothing to do with the other person. Granted, the other person did what they did, right? But it's a lot of what I allowed. A lack of love that I had for myself. A lack of self-worth. And I feel like now I'm at a point where that doesn't go with me,
That
right?
doesn't
But it's
fly.
also become very hard now when I meet someone, right? Because right away when I don't want to say when they do something that, but I always have like
Your guards are up. How many strikes do they get?
I don't know, I'm not dating anybody, so,
Well, if you were, and let's
I
say
think it
you
all
were
depends
dating
how
someone
much
and,
it's-
I think your mic fell.
oh, great.
Check the wire behind
Yeah, I
the chair.
did. Oh. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Because I'm connected.
Yeah. All right, I'll just hold it for now. It was connected to the chair.
I think there can't be a one strike policy, right? Well, depending on the strike, if homie slaps you, then yeah, I get it. But let's say maybe he just misunderstands you, or he says something that was mistaken, right?
Yeah, no, I mean that's
And
where
then he explains
communication,
and,
right? Where
learns.
communication comes in. But I just will not ever allow anyone to make me feel like I'm not enough.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, and I think that would be a great piece of advice to all men and women out there.
Because you're gonna find that person that you don't have to do anything extra, right? You just being who you are is exactly what they want.
Right.
And if someone feels like you're not enough and you feel like you're trying, you're giving, that's just not your person. And as much as you might love that person, that's not your person, and you're not their person.
Right.
You sound like you disagree with that.
No. The only part I disagree with is that you said, as much as you may love someone, I think you have to be attentive enough to realize that that's not your person before you fall in love with them. You know what I'm saying? If they're doing, unless they were doing the right thing and then stop doing it,
right.
and by that time you're already in love.
It's
Definitely possible.
That's a lot of the times, right? Where that's why I feel
If they fake the funk, yeah.
now I'm trying to think more logically than with my emotions, right? I'm very big on like, oh my God, I feel this connection, right? But sometimes it's not even an actual connection. It could be more of a trauma bond, right? They remind me of what I knew love as, right? So automatically, right, I'm like, oh, that's my person because there's this connection. No, now it's like, right, just pace it, right? Just take your time with it.
Wouldn't that trauma bond push you away from that person if they reminded you of what love is not?
Yeah, now that I know, right, like my self-worth and now, but in the past, no. Like I felt like, oh my God, because we had this bond, this immediate connection, that was my person. Oh, that's not always the case. Absolutely not.
Take your time. Yeah, take your time, man.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you have found this new level of
Yeah.
self-worth and self-love, and I hope you're able to find someone who has that same level of self-love and self-worth.
And I appreciate everybody that's played a part in it, right? Whether you broke my heart, I broke your heart, right? Or there was a reason you were there, and I'm in just such a good place right now within myself, right? Like I have this peace, this like.
I gotta say, I don't know if I'll ever reach the level of peace to thank people for breaking my heart. Like that was some fucked up shit. Whether
But
I'm
you
at peace or
no.
whether I love me or
You
don't
taught
love me,
me
you shouldn't have
something.
did that shit.
No, and I'm not giving anybody a pass.
Yeah.
I'm not giving
You're thanking them
myself
for
a
the
pass.
lesson.
Yeah, for
Okay,
right?
not
Like,
for the action.
no. Like if you broke my heart, like whatever you did, that's fucked up. And if I broke your heart, right, what I did was fucked up. But there was something I took away from that. So
Yes,
thank
yes,
you
yes.
for that.
For the learning experience.
Right, I'm not giving anybody a pass.
Yeah, don't be a
But,
dick.
Yeah.
Not you, you know. the
No, I
people.
know.
And then expect to be thanked.
Right.
But no, good luck, man. Do you think if you were to find someone who is equally at your emotional maturity level, that could in any way make it a little difficult to connect?
No.
Just
Not
no.
at all. No, not at all. Because
What
I
if
think there would
he's
be
if he knows his self-worth? Oh no, because then you're gonna treat him right. You're not gonna.
Of
All right,
course, right? And if I do anything that might make him feel a certain way, he's gonna be able to communicate that with me, and vice versa, right?
Right.
To be like, hey, listen, what you did, right? This is how I felt about it, and then he'll have that space for me. He'll hold that space for me to be comfortable in talking about it, and vice versa.
Right. That makes sense. So, all my fellas out there, if you've been to therapy and you've been to emotional maturity class and you've been to goddamn how to be a gentleman class and you work out and your finances are right and you don't want kids and fucking you like
Joe,
jet black haired girls, holla at mama Les. But only if you fit all those criteria and are the most consistent of men. Right?
No.
No, I'm just messing. Man.
Stop.
No.
No.
I was just messing with you, Mama Les.
I know.
There's love out there for everyone, you know what I'm saying? And your time will come, man.
Listen, and I love me.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
I love
And
me.
you it appears as though your love for yourself is growing exponentially daily, which is good, you know what I'm saying? You vibrate on a higher level. So, my fellas out there, if y'all vibrationally low, don't even attempt it. Get yourself right, and then holla at the lovely Miss Les, and do the right thing. Right?
Good job, Joe. Good job.
And if you don't know any other way, just leave a comment about her, and crack on the forehead, and she's gonna reply. Yeah.
No. I love the forehead replies. I mean, I love the forehead comments now.
What if they leave like a sweet forehead comment, like, "Yo, you got the flyest forehead I've seen." In
I
my whole life."
saw a meme that it said, "Oh, why the prettiest girls either have big foreheads, flat ass, I don't know something." I was gonna repost it, and I was like, no. They all fall under one of those categories.
Yeah,
I
big
forgot, it was
foreheads.
like a few things.
I
It was
don't
like
know about
ass.
flat ass. Definitely, the prettiest girls snore.
Really?
Yeah, all the pretty girls snore. Most of the pretty girls got big foreheads. That's the only two.
What was it?
I can think of.
Big forehead baddies. What was our?
Big forehead baddies.
we
Hell
need
yeah!
to,
Join the coalition, yo,
We need to copyright that.
and
Right,
promote it.
right.
Yeah, and get some
Trademark it. That's what it is, right? Trademarking.
Yeah, and get have
Dolly?
other baddies join the team, the commission. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. All these beautiful big forehead baddies.
DM Mama Les
Okay.
and join the team.
Yes.
And I'll approve if y'all down or not.
All right.
On that note, men lie sometimes, women lie all the fucking time. And all flowers die if you don't water them. Uncle Joe, the lovely Mama Les. Shout out to our show manager, Dolly. Luna Bright Teeth White, and get your jibs right. And we out.